Welcome, everyone. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here with all of our friends to continue the joining of Marcia and John in holy matrimony. This is an honorable estate not to be recommitted to lightly, but discreetly, advisedly, soberly, yet joyfully. If any man or woman can show just cause why they may not be continuously joined, let them hold their breath. John, wilt thou have Marcia continue to be your wife? Will you live together in harmony, comfort her, honor her, and keep her in sickness and in health as you have done these many years?
Harmony? I will.
No, you're not done yet.
Oh.
No. Keeping only unto her as long as you both shall live. This means no dating, but flirting is okay.
Okay, I will.
Marcia, wilt thou have John continue to be your husband? Wilt thou love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and continue to cook for him and tolerate his love as basketball as his number one love as long as you both shall live?
I will.
The original exchange of rings happened 41 years ago at St. George's Church in Dayton, Ohio. With these rings, and those that you continue to wear, may you abide in peace, prosperity, and health, and keep in each other's favor unto your life's end. Marcia and John have prepared their own vows to one another that they will read aloud at this time. John?
I can't read it because I have something later on the vow extension. So I'll turn this over to Marcia, except that I love her much.
I had to write it down. John stopped and got me a cigar band to get engaged with. Because the man knew early on better than to buy me jewelry on his own. Yeah? Dearest John, every time we go on a trip, you say we're off on an adventure. And we usually are. On every trip, even some that were disastrous. You and I had a good time together. In fact, every day with you is an adventure and a good time. Little did I know on June 16, 1970, when you showed up at my door in Kettering as a blind date arranged by your sister, you wore that horrible sport coat. That our life together would be such an adventure. I vow to do my best to keep your spirit of adventure, to be less short and less snippy to you, and to support you in all your own special John Hoover quirks, such as your breakfast and lunch clubs, your chinos and funny sweatshirts, your gray pants and skinny ties. I just bought this, $63. I'm going to cut it down. I make it stand mirror. And you're talking to just about anybody all the time. And the fact that I come second in your life after basketball. But I'm ahead of football.
Top three.
I vow to love you more each day and each year as I have the last 41 years. I don't know what I'd do without you. Life would not be so much fun. So here's my vow to keep the adventure going for another 41 years.
10 years ago, Marcia renewed John's option for another 31 years until the year 2033. Her option on John still has another 21 years to go. John, have you anything more to say?
At this time, I do. Oh, okay. Okay, ready? I did tell Marcia that the teacher told my mother that I was a nice lad, but looked out the window too much. Something I didn't tell her, what the teacher also said, He needs direction, and he needs efficiency. As a child, I got a Cracker Jack box, and the prize was a Dynamite Woman sensor. And I didn't know, I was little, I didn't know what to do with that, so I kept it. And the thing goes off, you know, all you women in here that walk past me, the thing goes off. She's already mentioned the bad sport coat. Had she looked out the window to see me in the sport coat, she wouldn't have let me in. So that, in the first visit to my in-laws, there was a food festival in my mother-in-law's to-be basement, and Marcia asked, "What do you think of John?" And her mother said, "He eats good." And if you ever talk to a Mediterranean Sea mother, they all say that, and you're okay if you eat good. Now I want to tell you about Marcia, and I didn't have the Girl Scout oath, I only had the Boy Scout oath, so bear with me. She is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient. She's cheerful except when she's in the Slovak mood.
That's true.
And then she's thrifty as needed, brave, clean, and reverent. So after having met her, I decided I'd better make a phone call, because I don't know whether you know this or not, but the International Dynamite Woman Federation is headquartered in The Hague, and they told me, marry the Italian Slovak chick who is a good cook. And what I got, the best wife, the best,
We're with you, John.
the best,
I'm crying with you.
Yeah.
the best daughter,
Buck up, boy.
the best in-laws, and a mother-in-law who was a full-fledged director. Now, you remember earlier, the teacher said I needed direction, so I'm home free. And she was also an efficiency expert. And Marcia was a director in training at that time, but now, believe me, full-fledged.
Yeah.
And thanks for all these things that I got. Sorry about not always listening to you. I want the men to pay particular attention to this. Johns Hopkins did a study, and they found out that it seems as though all wives think their husbands don't listen to them, but that's not true.
Yeah.
The study proved that the men go into overload with so much data to process, and they have to pick and choose what they listen to. And Henny Youngman said, "One word you never hear in our house is divorce. Murder, yes. Divorce, no." And we're two from the road, as you heard, and I couldn't have done it without you. I love you, and please accept my option extension for 41 years until 2053, and I'll be 124.